then. So, what was good about the presentation or the pitch and the ideas presented? Off we go. Who wants to go first? Yeah, so Ahmad and Rex.
Can I just do all of it? Can I just ask the questions to get feedback?
If you want to, we've only got a couple of minutes.
The light isn't on.
Otherwise you won't get time to do yours.
Okay. I feel like it was a very detailed plot summary and I got a really good idea of what was going on. But I've got two questions. How are you going to illustrate like suicidal pills as opposed to pills that don't want to kill themselves? And does the guy want to kill himself just because he's got special needs? Is that his only stimulus? Because you can get in some trouble with like some cherries.
Yeah, he wants to kill himself, yeah, because he's fed up with his life, innit? Like, people always taking the myth out of him and stuff. Cause
how are you going to illustrate that in the film, though?
Because you can tell that he's just very upset on that. Clearly he's upset because of the way he is.
How are you going to illustrate? Wait, more important question. How are you going to illustrate the fact that he's special needs without like going into?
Hold on. I think this question needs to stop here. It does raise some issues, but you know you're dealing with you've called it mental illness, so you're going to have to change the wording of that because it's called mental health. Okay? And you're dealing with something which is a very big and very relevant problem. Okay? But it isn't something that can be dealt with in a way that's mocked. Yeah. Alright? And I can say that as somebody who comes from a family where there's a history of mental health illness. Yeah. Okay? So you have to decide what is it that you're trying to say. If it's because people have been bullying them or whatever, then you've got a good point. How do you show that? But is that actually what you're trying to say? Because there is with your plot, it is very detailed and it's very good. But one of my questions actually was going to be, I've got the wrong thing in front of me now, was going to be, why do you, what is the gun in the bag? So it's almost like you've got two strands. So what is the purpose of that? Is this somebody who actually wants to kill himself because of mental health issues? Or is this somebody who is being pursued or is involved in a gang and his life's gone down the wrong path? So when you first talked about your idea, it was somebody who's had difficulties anyway and his life was going down the wrong path.
I'd rather do the gang one.
But that's not what's come through.
Is that what you want to do?
My first question kind of got, like, in terms of props, like, how are you going to illustrate that the pills are for suicide? You're going to have like a skull and crossbones on there, or like
that's what I was going to do.
Okay, like a cartoon?
Just like a sticker on it.
No, but we might change it. I don't know.
Okay. This goes later. You've got literally about 1 minute, and that will give you only 15 minutes to pitch. So I think that's why we do positive things first, and then we do either what would make it better or the presentations, because this is taking it. You've already done your planning. Yeah. Okay. So the ideas you have now are what you develop. You don't go back to scratch from now, unless I say that you do. Okay. So, anything else that you feel was positive about this? Because we need to move on because this group needs to pitch and we've only got 15 minutes of giving feedback. So, anything that you feel was really positive? Because there were things in there, okay? Your audience was really, really good. Your audience profile was really good. Your consideration of locations were really good. The titles and what you were saying about the use of titles and your research into those were really and your research into those were really good as well. But the main thing that needs, and also it's quite evident that it's a drama genre. Would you all agree? Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I'm giving you feedback. You both got your back to me.
Oh,
just calm my lads.
All right. However, there are 4 things, which for me is not that many. All right. I mean, at least come up with 6. There's 4 things that you need to reflect on. First of all, you said it's a discrete title sequence. Now, a discrete title sequence is where you have aspects across the whole film, which you then bring in. It doesn't mean that the idea is discrete, okay? So I think what you're trying to say with your title sequence is it's probably narrative, so it's moving image with titles over the top that you've stylised. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you need to update that. The second thing is your cast. Okay, so who's your cast?
I'm Terrell, I think. Yeah, I'm Terrell.
Okay. Then, so I said about the gun and the bag. Yeah. I'm not quite sure. Do you need the bag? Is that really important?
We'll think about that. We'll talk about that.
You know, what is? There's two strands here, and you need to firm that up. Okay.
I don't mind doing the game.
Right. The next thing is to do your storyboard. Excuse me? Your storyboard. You only got 6 shots.
No, there's different. No, there's like 3 pages, but I couldn't fit them.
Okay, so there's 3 pages. That's 12 shots. It's not enough. Okay, so use that as your
How many shots are there?
intro. You need to have 2 minutes.
It's 18.
6, 6, 6, 18. Still probably not enough. Yeah, you're right. My maths is terrible. Thank you. So use that as a draft, and then I want to see an updated one, but with titles on it. Okay.
Yeah.
So wait till you make your decision about the bag and how that's going to develop.
Yeah.
And then just do an updated one. And you need to do that before you go and film. Okay? And then the last thing is your filming dates. You've only got 2 at the minute.
Yeah.
It's very unlikely that you're all going to be able to get everything filmed in 2 sessions. So just bear that in mind. That's unrealistic. You had 3. Even 3 is a bit unrealistic. Okay? Alright, so they're the things that I need you to reflect on and have sorted out.